California has long enjoyed its independence over establishing its own air quality standards through stricter regulations on carbon emissions and tailpipes for vehicles. But U.S. President Donald Trump wants to revoke that exemption from federally set standards. President Trump announced the move in September, suggesting that rolling back on tailpipe and emissions standards would allow for cheaper and safer cars. He said the increased production would also lead to more jobs. Since then, the state of California has taken Trump to court to prevent the move that has also triggered heated debates in Congress.
You know, when people talk about the cost of a dirty car and how it may be more expensive to upgrade to a cleaner car, it's important that we understand that the cost of a dirty car also includes my nephew's nebulizer. It includes medical costs.
Some experts have argued the cost-benefit analysis of the administration was flawed.
The argument used by the Trump administration was that we should only account for the domestic benefits of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. However, and to the best of my knowledge, there's really no scientific reasons to make these parameter choices.
Speaking to CGTN following his testimony, Bento explained the administration's move is not just about cheaper or safer cars.
We have seen almost from the time when Mr. Trump was the candidate for the president, this desire, so to speak, to bring back the coal industry. And part of the argument was by arguing that all environmental regulations, and in particular the idea of moving forward with aggressive climate policy, was going to destroy pillars that were essential for economic growth in this country.
But California is not caving in. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti announced last week an ambitious plan to reduce carbon emission 25% beyond existing over the next 6 years. Ford, Honda, BMW, and Volkswagen had initially announced their commitment to California emission standards, but were later issued a civil subpoena by the Department of Justice to explain their voluntary agreement. Company executives approached by CGTN at the LA Auto Show shied away from elaborating on their policies, currently caught in the middle of a fight between the state and federal governments. But rights groups emphasize the stakes go beyond just California and the car makers.
There are 14 other states and the District of Columbia that follow California standards. So if the Trump administration attacks California standards, they're also attacking the rights of other states to have cleaner air for their constituents.
With so much at stake, the ongoing legal battle could likely end up at the Supreme Court. It is Tiyansan, CGTN, Los Angeles.